Hello YouTube, Shintiger Curl here, that dude in the straw hat, bringing you yet another random thoughts video. Now, if you've already seen the title and the face on the screen, you already know what this is about. But I'll just clarify for clarification's sake. Enzo Amore, the now former cruiserweight champion in the WWE, has been released, i.e. fired from the WWE, amid accusations of rape. That's right. Enzo Amore has been accused of raping someone. The woman, her name was just released by TMZ as one Philomena Sheehan, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, claims that Amore on the night of October 19th of last year was talking with Amore, who got very aggressive, ripped off her tights, and proceeded to rape her in various parts of the hotel room. According to her own statement, she says, and I quote, "I said no countless times. I just kept saying no." Sheehan said she was crying as she begged him to stop, but he threw her onto the bed instead and hit her so hard she passed out. According to her, Amore continued to restrain her and push her down with the sexual assault. A few days later, Sheehan spoke to the Phoenix Police Department, and they opened an investigation into the allegations that started in October. Now, this didn't really hit the mainstream until about a couple of hours before the 25th anniversary show of Raw, where they were celebrating 25 years of Raw, and he was scheduled to appear on there. The WWE, of course, in their wisdom, decided to suspend Enzo so they could, get the situation figured out. As of today, when another bit of information came to light, they decided to just pretty much fire him. The reason being was that, according to some reports, Enzo not only knew about the investigation, which started in October of last year, but did not tell anyone in the WWE management that he was being investigated on charges of rape. Now, I'm not going to sit here and try to explain away why he did or didn't do it. I'm not saying he did. I'm not saying he didn't. I'm not an investigator in this matter. But when this kind of stuff comes up, I just wait until the evidence comes in and gets weighed against what Enzo's statements are and what her statements are, get the police investigation on the matter, see if he even gets brought up on charges, and let him be tried, charged with the crime and tried in a public court. But here's my thinking on this, how Enzo pretty much made the situation himself. Now, a lot of people can say that the WWE was a little bit too harsh in suspending and then firing him, but they made the only decisions they could. Keep in mind, these accusations didn't come up until about at least 24 hours before the 25th anniversary show of Raw. And this was a big thing for the WWE. They had gotten a lot of legends and old school wrestlers and Hall of Famers to come on the show to celebrate this milestone event. And they were promoting it out the ass across the internet and across social media. And for one of their most prominent stars, as well as one of their champions, to be accused of rape in this day and age, when pretty much it's a harder thing to find out who hasn't been accused of sexual molestation and rape, it would make them look bad for them to have him active on the roster. So they did what they could. They did with the only thing that they could, and they had to suspend him until they could get all the information in to determine some further courses of action. But Enzo, by dint of him not telling Triple H or anyone in management that he was being investigated by the police, it makes him look really bad, and it put the WWE in a very, very bad position, because they, for the last 3.5 months, have been employing an accused rapist. Not to say that he didn't do it, not to say that he did do it. Again, that's not my judgment to make. But they had to make the choice of keeping him around and getting major backlash over it, or just having to scrub him entirely. And that's pretty much what they're doing. Enzo's profile has been removed from the WWE's website. Any and all video containing him has been, as from what I've been hearing, has been removed from the website and the network. And of course, as you can probably guess, he's been of course stripped of the cruiserweight title. Now, this of course probably was the icing on the cake for Enzo, because according to some reports, Enzo wasn't very well liked by the backstage, by people backstage, by the other talent or the workers or the bookers, due to his obnoxious and arrogant nature. So this was not exactly something that came out of the blue, really, but this did not make him look good, because if this was just an accusation that just came out this week, then I can understand the WWE saying, hey, look, we're just going to take you off TV for a while until we get the thing settled. All in all, I hope this thing just blows over. I hope you didn't do it, but we have to cover our bases. But then they found out that Enzo knew about it and didn't tell anyone. If he's not guilty, then that makes him sure look hella guilty. So they had to, you're done. He didn't even get a future endeavor. He just got released. In other words, he got fired. So, what does this mean for the WWE? They got to do a lot of damage control, because this is some serious accusations. This is not like Jey Uso, who was arrested for DUI last week, or when Jack Swagger and RVD got arrested for possession of marijuana. This is a little bit different than that. That might cost them a push, or even get them taken off screen for a little bit. I mean, Roman Reigns, he had a wellness policy violation, and he was taken off screen for months at a time in the middle of his epic push. But this is a rape allegation. It's a serious crime. The only thing that would be more serious than this is if Enzo murdered a guy. So for him to not tell them this put them in an impossible position. Like, they really could not keep him on the roster and keep him employed with their company, knowing that this is not just being accused of being raped. There's an open investigation on this, meaning that the likelihood that they're checking into the likelihood that this really did happen. I'm not saying to the poor girl who was going through this. Like I said, I'm not here to say that whether or not if I think he did it or if I didn't think he'd do it. Me personally, I'm going to wait until all the evidence is in before I make any kind of judgment call. But the WWE just had to make the decision that they had, and Enzo made himself look terrible, and he didn't do the company any favors. So I'm not sure where Enzo can go from this. I'm not sure if there's any federation on the planet that would employ him. Not just because of this allegation, but simply because he's just not that good in the ring. Or that he's not that good on the mic. I mean, he's great on the mic. He's just not that good in the ring, so much so that people want to invest in a guy who's being accused of raping a young girl. So, there's that. So, hopefully, we'll find out more about the situation as it happens. And if anything happens, I will be sure to let you know my thoughts on the matter. So, those have been my random thoughts. If you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe for more. If you want to support the channel, Patreon is in the description. It's patreon.com/ShinTigerCurl. Any little bit can help. So, with that out of the way, it's been Shin Tiger Curl, that dude in the straw hat, saying good day. And goddamn, you fucked up, Enzo.